It's a bit of a milestone in our trip right now. We've been driving from Wanaka today and have finally made it to the west coast on our way to Ōkārito for our stay at the campground there tonight. And I don't know if it's just because I grew up near the beach, I live near the beach, I surf, I've spent most of my life there, but making it to the ocean is a really, really special feeling. Big milestone in our trip, and we're both super stoked. Oh my God, you can hear the waves, babe. This is so cool. Oh, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Holy dooly. We made it to the west coast. We were supposed to be here, God, over a week ago now, but we ended up spending more time in Queenstown, which we definitely were very happy about because we just snowed, skied and snowboarded. But wow, it's good to make it to the coast. It's very, very nice to see the ocean. We are at the beach. Woohoo! We made it to Ōkārito last night, about 5:30, which is a very small settlement here on the west coast of the South Island of New Zealand. It's an old gold mining town actually. Back in the 1860s, it reached a height of population in 1866 of about 1,500 people. And now it's only home to a permanent population of around 30 residents. It's a really, really cool little town though, right on the beach. It's about probably 15-20 minutes off the main highway here on the west coast, which is State Route 6. Really, really worth visiting, I think. The campsite we're staying at is like a community campsite, but it's set up really well. It's got toilets, it's got showers, it's a hot water coin operator for $2. And this morning I'm doing the Ōkārito Trig Walk, which is the walk, one of the main walks here in the town. There's a few of them, but the Trig Walk takes you up to a viewing point that's got 360-degree views over the town, over the surrounding lagoons. You see the beaches, and you've also got a view of the Southern Alps. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty early here this morning. It's pretty dark here in the forest. But it's called Ōkārito Trig Walk because at the top there's a marker which is actually used for surveying. Apparently a trig is a fixed point in the ground that surveyors use to survey the land. So that's what I'm doing here this morning. It's about 4.2 kilometers return, so it's not a huge walk. I think it's got quite a steep section at the end, but so far it looks really beautiful. I've gone from hiking sort of in the middle of the South Island, which is quite different terrain, to hiking on the west coast, which is really, really cool. So I've just gotten to the top. The hike itself, pretty uphill. It's short, but it's steeper than expected in a few sections. But it's really well marked out, really well maintained. I even saw hand tools and a gravel flattener halfway up the track, so they're obviously maintaining it on a regular basis. And the view up here is unreal. It's 100% worth the hike. I'm on my way down at the moment from the Ōkārito Trig Walk, and the view up there was amazing. Really, really beautiful. Views of the Southern Alps, of the lagoons, of the ocean, of the town. It was just awesome. Ōkārito is a really, really cool place. Back in, as I said, back in the 1860s, it was people flocked here for gold mining because the black sand beaches were filled with gold. It was actually the largest port on the west coast, and that port was in operation until about 1940. That's all changed now. It's, as I said, it's earlier, it's home to about 30 permanent residents, and 30 permanent residents who obviously love this place, because I mean, even just this trail is really well maintained. Up the top, the viewing platform, really well maintained, and the town's super clean, super beautiful. The campground is awesome, the facilities are great, beautiful beaches, beautiful lagoons, beautiful views of the Southern Alps. You can actually see the Southern Alps from the beach, which is really, really special. I've never seen anything like that before. Ōkārito, certainly worth a visit if you're here on the west coast. It's not far off the main highway, definitely worth the trip. We're off to Ōkārito for this afternoon. We're actually going to be mixing it up a little bit and going and doing a treetop walk and zip line there in Ōkārito. After that, our journey through Arthur's Pass, which is the pass that cuts right through the middle of the country. Essentially, it goes from just north of Ōkārito and cuts through the middle all the way to Christchurch. There's a few really cool places along there that I'm really excited for us to explore. A few hikes, little town, Arthur's Pass village. That's the plan for the next few days. And once we get to Christchurch, heading home. We made the drive from Ōkārito to just outside of Ōkārito. It took us about an hour and a half to get here, and we are just about to go and do the West Coast treetop walk and zip line. So the way it works is pull into the car park, you go up, walk up into there's a cafe and reception like area, sign your life away, and then they explain what you're going to do. So you're doing a 1.2 kilometer loop walk on the treetop, above the treetops, which is really cool the way they've set it up. I feel very safe. And then once you've done the loop walk, or you can go all the way up the top of this tower right here, 47 meters up, and that's where the zip line starts from. Goes for about 45 seconds and you get up to about 60 k's an hour. So it's a pretty wild zip line. You do your loop walk, go back down to reception, get harnessed up, and come back up, walk up the tower, and then you do your zip line. Three, two, one, go! Fuck! That's our little West Coast adventure done. We got a few days here. Along the west coast, ended up in Ōkārito last night and came to Ōkārito today to do the West Coast treetop zip line and walkway, which was a really cool experience. I'd highly recommend that if you're here. The walkway is really well constructed and the zip line is certainly worth it. We are on the way to Arthur's Pass now, so we're going to go do the Arthur's Pass straight through the middle of the country to Christchurch, and then home in a couple of days. Until next time.